My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9. Yeah. Everything I broke with my own hands, His grace rebuilt with nail-scarred ones. Let's go.
I tried to heal myself with the strength I had. Tried to stitch my wounds before they bled too bad. Thought I could outrun what made me sad, but every fix I made only broke what I had. I patched the cracks with fear and pride, covered the pain I kept inside, but Jesus stepped in and let it slide. He rebuilt the pieces I tried to hide. Where my efforts failed, His love began, taking the mess I made with my own plan. He didn't judge the state I ran, He restored it all with a gentle hand. And when my strength collapses under what I try to mend, His grace steps in and heals what I could never defend. When His grace fixes what I broke trying to fix myself, He restores the places where I lost my help, where I cracked my soul on a fragile shelf. He rebuilds me strong with a love that's felt. Yeah, His grace fixes what I broke trying to fix myself, turns my failures into something else.
In the gym of my heart where the weight gets real, I dropped things heavy, I wasn't meant to heal. Tried to carry burdens only heaven could seal, but He lifted them off with the love I feel. Every mistake that I try to erase, every broken moment I try to replace, He rewrote with mercy, surrounded with grace. A holy restoration in a sacred space. My hands made damage I couldn't reverse, my efforts turned blessing into something worse, but His grace came running, quick to disperse the shame that tried to write my verse.
I break, He builds, I fall, He heals. Where I fail, His mercy reveals a strength that forever seals. When His grace fixes what I broke trying to fix myself, He restores the places where I lost my health, where I cracked my soul on a fragile shelf. He rebuilds me strong with a love that's felt. Yeah, His grace fixes what I broke trying to fix myself, turns my failures into something else.
Break it with effort, He heals it with grace. Everything I wrote, He restores in His pace. Jesus rebuilds what I can't replace.
All you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28.
When my heart was carrying weight I couldn't lift, His presence came and gave me the shift. From drowning in the heaviness inside to breathing in His peace. My God, my heart was heavy with the weight of life, every burden cutting like a knife. Grief, disappointment, pain, regret, all piling up like an unpaid debt. I was suffocating under all the stress, couldn't find relief, couldn't find rest. Every breath felt labored and hard, my chest tight, my spirit scarred. Then His presence filled the room like air. Suddenly I felt Him everywhere, not just around me but inside. Breathing life where heaviness had died. He became the oxygen I needed when my own breath had been depleted. His presence was the atmosphere that made it possible to still be here. When my heart felt like it would collapse, His presence filled in all the gaps. Became my rhythm, became my flow, the very breath that helped me grow. I couldn't breathe under the weight, but His presence wouldn't wait. He came like wind into my lungs and gave me life through holy tongue. When my heart felt heavy, His presence became my breath, the only thing between me and death. He filled my lungs with holy air, reminding me that He was there. His presence wasn't just around, it was the living sound of God sustaining every beat, making my heavy heart complete. Yeah. Let me tell you what His presence does when your heart is heavy just because life has beaten you down so low and you don't know which way to go. His presence becomes essential, not optional, like breathing is biological. You need it just to survive, I have to stay conscious to stay alive. I learned to breathe in His atmosphere, to inhale His peace instead of fear, to let His presence be my source. When my heart felt heavy, of course, every morning I wake up and pray, Lord, be my breath throughout this day. When my heart gets heavy, help me remember, You're my oxygen, my sustainer. And He show up faithful every time. His presence like a perfect high. Every heavy thing I face, His breath of life cannot be real. When my heart felt heavy, His presence became my breath. The only thing between me and death. He filled my lungs with holy air, reminded me that He was there. His presence wasn't just around, it was the breath, the living sound of God sustaining every beat, making my heavy heart complete. Like the breath of God in Genesis, His presence brings life to this heavy heart that couldn't go on. His breath becomes my victory song. Breathe in His presence, breathe out the pain. Breathe in His mercy, breathe out the strain. His presence is the air we need when our hearts are heavy. He makes us leave. He makes us. He makes us. He makes us. When my heart felt heavy, His presence became my breath. Literally the difference between life and death. He filled my spirit with holy wind, made me breathe again, made me live again. His presence wasn't just nearby, it was the reason I didn't die. Under the weight I couldn't bear, He became my breath, my answered prayer.
The Spirit of God has made me. The breath of the Almighty gives me life, Job 33. When your heart feels heavy today, just breathe in His presence, let Him stay. He'll become the air you need. His presence is how heavy hearts breathe.
Don't carry the weight on your own.
Don't carry the weight on your own.
Set the tone.
Let His presence set the tone.
Breathe Him in with every breath.
His presence is life,
Not death.
not death.
He knows the secrets of the heart. Psalm 44:21. Deep 808 is protected. Well, I didn't know I was breaking inside, but Jesus saw what I tried to hide. He protected parts of me I couldn't see before they shattered completely. I was walking around thinking I was fine, didn't see the cracks forming in my mind. Something deep inside was coming undone, but I kept moving, kept on the run. Didn't realize how close I was to a complete breakdown, cause I was so busy staying strong. Didn't know that something was wrong, but Jesus saw what I couldn't perceive. The breaking happening underneath. He started protecting what was fragile before I knew it was even vital. He shielded my heart when it was cracked, when resilience I thought I had was lacking. He covered the parts that were wearing thin before the damage could really begin. Looking back now I can finally see all the times He protected me from breaking in ways I didn't know. He stopped the fracture before it could grow. I didn't know I was falling apart, but Jesus was guarding my heart. He saw the breaking I couldn't see and protected what was left of me. Jesus, the part of me I didn't know was breaking, the foundation that was slowly shaking. He saw the cracks before they showed, carried the weight before it overflowed. He shielded what I couldn't guard. When life was hitting way too hard, I didn't know I was about to fall, but Jesus was protecting through it all. Let me tell you about the God who sees what we can't see in ourselves. Who knows when we're on our knees before we falling down ourselves. Knew my spirit was growing weary before my eyes got teary. Knew my soul was getting warm before I felt completely torn. He protected my peace of mind when anxiety was coming from behind. Guarded my joy when depression tried to break through where hope resides. Now I'm learning to trust His sight more than what I think is right. He know me better than I know myself. He's my protector, my spiritual wealth. I didn't know I was falling apart, but Jesus was shielding my heart. He saw the breaking I was blind to see and covered what was vulnerable in me. Jesus, the part of me I didn't know was breaking, the pieces that were silently aching. He saw the weakness before it crashed, strengthened my back before it was attacked. He guarded what I didn't protect. When I couldn't self-reflect, I didn't know I needed Jesus sees what you can't perceive. He's protecting what you don't believe. Needs protection in your soul. He's making broken pieces whole. Trust his vision when yours is blind. He's protecting your heart and mind. Jesus, the part of me I didn't know was breaking, the core that was silently quaking. He saw the damage before it spread, covered my wounds before they bled. He should've what I left exposed. When the danger I was opposed, but couldn't see it coming in. Jesus protected what I hold dear. Yeah.
You have searched me, Lord, and you know me, Psalm 39. Thank God he sees what we can't see, protects what's breaking internally. Trust his vision over your own. He's protecting what you've never known. Needed guarding all along. He makes the fragile parts strong before they break beyond repair. Jesus is protecting you with care.
He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. Psalm 91. The impact should have killed me right there, but grace intervened, answered every prayer. When death had my name written down, God's mercy turned it all around. I remember that moment in slow motion, everything spinning like the ocean, metal crushing, glass shattering loud, death approaching like a dark cloud. By all logic I shouldn't be here, the physics made it crystal clear. No way to survive what came my way, but grace had something else to say. The paramedics couldn't believe their eyes, said you should've died with surprise. Doctors checking charts, shaking their heads. Miracle was the only word they said. I walked away when I should've been carried. Grace protected what they tried to bury. Angels must have held that car together. God's hand got it through that weather. Now every breath is borrowed time, every heartbeat is a divine sign that I'm here for a reason, got purpose left. Grace saved me from certain death. Death reached out but couldn't take me. Grace was stronger than what tried to break me. God said, not yet, I got plans. Held my life in his mighty hands. Yeah. The accident should have taken me, but grace chose otherwise. God's protection became my greatest surprise. When death knocked on my door that day, grace answered and sent it away. I'm living proof that God still saves, still delivers from the grave. Yeah. The accident was meant to end my story, but grace rewrote it for his glory. Oh, no, yeah. Let me testify about sovereign protection. When God makes a divine deflection of what's coming to destroy your life, he's your shield in every strife. They pulled me from the wreckage hole. Grace had covered every part of my soul. Not a scratch where there should have been. Broken bones, but I walked again. Now I understand I'm on assignment. God kept me through that violent moment when death tried to claim, but grace was stronger, praise his name. Every day since then it's sacred ground. I walk with purpose, grace bound, knowing that I'm here because God intervened and showed his love. I tell my story everywhere I go, let people see what grace can show. That God still protects, still saves, still delivers from the grave. Death reached out but grace was quicker. God's protection just got thicker. He said, not today, I need you here. Remove my doubt, remove my fear. The accident should have taken me, but grace chose otherwise. God's mercy became my greatest surprise. When death knocked on my door that night, grace stood firm and won the fight. I'm living proof that God still moves, still protects, still proves, yeah. The accident tried to end my day, but grace stepped in and changed my way. Oh, no, no, oh, no, no, oh, no, no. So everyone who's
survive what should've killed. Know that God's purpose is being fulfilled. You're here because grace said no to death's attempt to every blow. Your survival is his testimony. Your life declares his glory. You walk in proof of divine protection, living in God's perfect direction. Yeah, the accident should have taken me, but grace chose otherwise. God's intervention was no surprise to him when death reached for me that day. Grace pushed it far away. I'm living testimony that God still shields, still protects, still heals. The accident was supposed to be my end, but grace said no. You're my friend. Go ahead, baby. Oh, yeah.
For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. If you survive what should have taken, you know that God's got work for you to do. Your survival wasn't luck or chance, it was grace giving you another dance. Live with purpose, live with fire. You've been saved to lift others higher. The accident tried to write your ending, but grace kept your story from ending.
Before they call, I will answer. While they are still speaking, I will hear Isaiah 65:24. There was pain I couldn't put in a word. I hurt so deep it felt absurd. But Jesus knew it before I could say. He understood in every way. I had this ache I couldn't describe. Something broken deep inside. No words could capture what I felt. The cause of life it dealt. I tried to explain, but none of it. Couldn't articulate it, couldn't transmit. The depth of what was hurting me, it was too complex to speak freely. People ask what's wrong, but I couldn't tell. Trapped in this wordless mental cell. The pain was real but nameless, undefined. Locked inside my troubled mind. Then I came to Jesus without explanation. Just brought him my wordless frustration. And he said, I know, I already see. The pain you can't name, bring it to me. He understood before I found a language, before I could manage to put feelings in a sentence, it's clear. He was already near. When words failed and I couldn't speak, when the pain was too complex and deep, Jesus understood what I couldn't say. Oh, he knew my heart anyway. The pain I couldn't name, he understood before I spoke. When my words were broken and my spirit nearly broke, he didn't need my explanation or my perfect prayer. He felt my unnamed pain and met me there. He knew the hurt. I couldn't articulate the grief, I couldn't communicate before I found the words to say. He understood in every way. Let me tell you about the God who knows every pain that in your silence grows, every hurt you can't describe or explain. He feels your unnamed pain. Sometimes the deepest wounds have no vocabulary, no dictionary can carry the weight of what you're going through. But God already knew. He speaks the language of the soul, understand what makes you whole, knows the pain you hide inside, the hurt you can't confide. I learned to bring in wordless prayers, just tears and silent stares, and he responded every time, understanding without rhyme. Now when pain comes that I can't express, I don't stress or second guess. I just come to Jesus knowing well he understands what I can't tell. When words failed and I couldn't speak, when the pain was too profound and deep, Jesus understood what I couldn't convey. He knew my heart's dismay. The pain I couldn't name, he understood before I spoke. When my words were broken and my spirit nearly broke, he didn't need my explanation or my perfect prayer. He felt my unnamed pain and met me there. He knew the hurt. I couldn't articulate it, I couldn't communicate for. I found the words to say. He understood in every way. To everyone with pain they can't express, God knows your wordless distress. You don't need perfect language to pray. He understands anyway. Bring him your nameless hurt tonight. He'll hold you in his light. Your silence speaks volumes to him. He hears what's deep within. The pain I couldn't name, he understood before I spoke. When language failed and I was nearly broke, he didn't need my words to know my heart. He understood from the start. He knew the hurt beyond my vocabulary, the pain I couldn't carry. Before I found a way to pray, he understood and made a way. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit himself intercedes for us through wordless groans, Romans 8:26. When you can't name the pain you feel, know that God makes it real. You don't need words to make him hear. He understands, he's already near. Your unnamed pain has a voice in heaven. Understanding is given. Bring it to Jesus without shame. He knew before it had a name.
He makes all things new. Revelation 21:5. Yeah. Where I buried hope, He planted peace. Let's go.
I walked through seasons when my hope ran dry. Buried my dreams where I couldn't cry. Thought the ground was dead under every try, but Jesus showed up with a heaven-sent supply. I dug a grave for what I thought was done. Covered my future like the night block sun. But He broke the soil where I tried to run. Planted peace that only comes from one. He didn't judge the places I hid in fear. Didn't rush my wounds or the pain unclear. He just bowed down, made the soil near. A garden growing where despair was here. And in the dirt where I threw my dreams away, He planted peace that taught my soul to stay.
It's the peace He plants in the ground where I bury my hope, where I gave up early 'cause I couldn't cope. He grows new life in the cracks of my slope, turns my dead ends into a faith hero.
Yeah, it's the peace He plants in the ground where I bury my hope. A holy garden wrapped in His gold. Wrapped in His gold. In the gym of my heart with the weights pressed tight, I threw hope down when I lost the fight. But He walked in soft with a gentle light. So peace deep in my broken night. I tried to hide every place that hurt. Thought my future died in abandoned dirt. But He dug roots where the shame was curved. Made flowers bloom in the places I felt inert. Where I saw endings, He saw the start. Where I felt empty, He healed my heart. His peace grew strong like a sacred art, turning buried hope into a brand new part. Where I buried pain, He made seeds grow. Where I saw grace, He made rivers flow. Where I felt done, He whispered no. Watch my peace restore your soul.
It's the peace He plants in the ground where I bury my hope, where I gave up early 'cause I couldn't cope. He grows new life in the cracks of my slope, turns my dead ends into a faith hero.
Yeah, it's the peace He plants in the ground where I bury my hope. A holy garden wrapped in His gold. Wrapped in His gold. Yeah.
Buried hope,
But He buried peace
deep enough.
to make new life increase.
Jesus grows gardens
Where I saw relief.
where I saw release. Oh.
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, Philippians 4:13. I was scared to try what I thought I couldn't do, afraid to test the limits I had drawn through. But Jesus strengthened what I was too scared to use, and showed me I had power I was afraid to choose. I kept avoiding challenges I thought I'd fail, and stayed in my comfort zone behind the veil of safety, never pushing past my fear, never testing strength I didn't think was there. I told myself I couldn't, so I never tried. Built walls around my weakness, stayed inside, convinced that I was limited, too weak to face the mountains I was scared to see. But God saw potential where I saw lack, saw a warrior where I saw a setback. He said the strength you need is already in you.
now let me bring it through. I was afraid to test my faith under pressure, scared to see if I can measure up to what God called me to be. So I stayed small, stayed where it felt safe to me. But Jesus started strengthening what I avoided, the parts of me I never exploited. He built me up in areas I neglected, made strong what I never protected. I was scared to test what I thought was weak, afraid of what failure I might meet. But Jesus strengthened what I wouldn't touch, and proved that his power was more than enough. Jesus strengthened the part of me I was afraid to test, the weakness I avoided, he turned into my best. He didn't let me stay where I felt safe and small. He pushed me past my limits and caught me when I fall. Now I'm walking in the strength I never knew I had, standing on the power that makes the enemy mad. The part of me I was too scared to try, Jesus strengthened it and taught me how to fly. Let me tell you what happens when you trust God's strength. He'll take you further than you thought any length, to prove that what you fear was actually the very thing you wanted to set free. I was scared to step out, scared to take a risk, scared to trust God with what I dismissed as impossible. It's too hard for me, but he was preparing my victory. He strengthened my faith when I thought it was fragile, built my courage when I felt docile, gave me boldness I never possessed, to face exactly what I've been afraid to test. Now I'm doing things I swore I couldn't do, breaking through barriers I never broke through, because Jesus strengthened every weak part and gave me a lion's heart. The strength was always there, dormant inside. Jesus just awakened what fear tried to hide. Now I'm stepping into rooms I used to avoid, taking on challenges I once destroyed. I was scared to test what I thought was weak, afraid of mountains I wouldn't seek. But Jesus strengthened what I wouldn't face, and filled my weakness with his grace. Jesus strengthened the part of me I was afraid to test, the weakness I avoided, he turned into my best. He didn't let me stay where I felt safe and small. He pushed me past my limits and caught me when I fall. Now I'm walking in a strength I never knew I had, standing on the power that makes the enemy mad. The part of me I was too scared to try, Jesus strengthened it and taught me how to fly. Everyone afraid to test their limits, know that God's strength is infinite. What you think is weakness, he calls a starting point. He's ready to strengthen, ready to anoint. Don't be scared to try what seems impossible. With God's strength, everything's possible. He'll strengthen what you're afraid to use, and prove his power never will lose. Jesus strengthened the part of me I was afraid to test. My greatest weakness became where I'm blessed. He didn't let me hide in my comfort zone, he made me face my fears and made me strong. Now I'm walking in a strength that's not my own, standing on the power from heaven's throne. The part of me I was too scared to see, Jesus strengthened it and set it free.
But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness, 2 Corinthians 12:9. Don't be afraid to test what you think is weak. God's strength is what you truly seek. He'll strengthen every part you're scared to try, and show you that in him, you can fly.
The limits you placed aren't real, his strength is what you'll feel when you trust him with what scares you most. He'll strengthen it through the Holy Ghost, yeah.
If we are faithless, he remains faithful, for he cannot disown himself, 2 Timothy 2:13.
My faith crumbled, couldn't stand anymore, but his love caught the pieces before they hit the floor. When I had nothing left to believe with, his love became the ground beneath. I hit a point where faith just gave out. Couldn't believe, couldn't push through the doubt. Everything I trusted started to crack, from my spiritual foundation under attack. I tried to hold on, but my grip was weak. Faith was collapsing, couldn't even speak. Prayers wouldn't come, Bible felt dead. Couldn't feel God, filled with dread. Then I realized something profound. When my faith fell, his love was around, catching what remained of me, holding me when I couldn't believe. His love didn't depend on my faith being strong, it was there there even when everything went wrong. When I collapsed spiritually inside, His love became my guide. I learned that faith can falter, but His love will never alter. It's constant when I'm not, it holds me in every spot. When my faith couldn't hold me up, His love became my cup. Overflowing with grace I didn't earn, teaching me what I needed. When my faith collapsed, His love carried what was left, held the broken pieces of my spiritual theft. I had nothing to give, nothing to show, but His love said I still won't let you go. His love was stronger than my failing faith, became my shelter, became my safe place. When I collapsed under the weight, His love became my steady state. Let me tell you what I discovered, all about God's love has discovered. Even when we can't believe anymore, His love is faithful to the core. My faith fluctuates like the tide, but His love is where I can hide. When belief becomes too hard, His love is my safeguard. I stopped trying to manufacture faith, started resting in His love and grace. Slowly faith began to grow in the soil of love each soul. Now I know that it's okay when faith has a weak day. God's love is the foundation, not my own determination. Faith will rise and faith will fall, but His love sustains through all the valleys where belief gets tested. In His love I've truly rested. When my faith couldn't hold me up, His love overflowed my cup. Pouring grace I couldn't comprehend, showing me love. When my faith collapsed, His love carried what was left, held together pieces of my spiritual depth. I had nothing to offer, nothing to bring, but His love said you're still my everything. His love was greater than my crumbling faith, became my stronghold, became my safe space. When I collapsed from exhaustion, His love was my portion. To everyone whose faith is failing tonight, whose belief has lost its light, God's love doesn't need your faith to stay, it's there anyway. Rest in love when you can't believe, let His faithfulness be what you receive. Your faith may fall, but His love stands tall, catching you through it all. When my faith collapsed, His love carried what was left, held me together when I felt bereft. I had no strength to believe on my own, but His love held me, made me know. His love was constant when my faith was not, gave me everything I forgot. When I collapsed in spiritual need, His love became my creed.
And Jedi never limited. And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. 1 Corinthians 13:13.
When your faith collapses, remember this truth: God's love doesn't need your proof. Rest in His love when you can't believe, that's the grace you'll receive. Faith may come and faith may go, but His love will always flow. Let His love carry you today when faith has lost its way. I try to discipline my feeling away, train myself not to feel that way. But Jesus had emotion as a prayer, and showed me feeling is not weakness. I thought emotions was something to control, something to manage, something to patrol. So I trained myself to shut them down, build walls so feelings wouldn't come around. Told myself real strength was being stoic, that showing emotion was too chaotic. So I practiced not feeling what I felt, played the hand of discipline dealt, pushed down the sadness, buried the fear, trained away the anger, dried every tear. Thought if I could master my emotional state, I'd be stronger, I'd be great. But Jesus showed me something different, that emotions are punishment. He felt deeply, he wept, he grieved, and still accomplished all he achieved. He held the feelings I tried to train away, said these are human, it's okay to feel what you feel and bring it to me. That's not weakness, that's being free. I tried to train my emotions out, thought feeling was what strength was without. But Jesus held what I suppressed, and showed me fear emotion I tried to train my way out of the feelings I buried, thinking that was tough. He didn't shame me for what I felt inside. He held my emotions with gentle pride. He showed me strength includes feeling that emotions need healing. Not training away or pushing down, but bringing to him to turn around. Let me tell you what I learned about feeling. It's part of the human process of healing. God gave us emotions for a reason. They're not the enemy in any season. When I stopped training them away and brought them to Jesus every day, He held them tenderly and showed me how to feel and still trust Him now. He held my grief when someone died, the anger I felt that I tried to hide, the fear that gripped me in the night, the joy that felt too bright. Jesus validated every emotion, showed me hell to devotion. It's impressive what we feel, it's bringing feelings to Him to heal. Now I don't train my emotions out, I bring them to Jesus without doubt, and He holds them all with care, showing me His past. Tried to train my emotions out, thought feeling meant I was without strength, but Jesus held what I denied and walked with me through every tide. Jesus held emotion I tried to train my way out. The feelings I buried, thinking that showed love. He didn't shame me for what I felt inside. He held my emotions, became my guide. He showed me strength includes feeling that emotions need healing. Not training away or shutting down, but bringing to Him to turn around. To everyone training their feelings away, thinking emotions mean you gone astray. Jesus felt deeply and He's calling you to bring your emotions and let Him move through. Feeling isn't failure, it's being human. God designed emotions, let Him tune and bring them to Jesus, let Him hold every feeling, new and old. Jesus held emotion I tried to train my way out. The feelings I suppressed, thinking that was tough enough. He didn't condemn me for the tears I cried. He held my emotions and stayed by my side. He showed me strength includes feeling that emotions are for healing. Not training away or locking down, but surrendering Him to turn around. Rejoice with those who rejoice, mourn with those who mourn. Romans 12:15. Don't train your emotions away, bring them to Jesus every day. He'll hold them tenderly and show that feeling is part of how we grow. Emotions aren't the enemy of faith, they're part of the human landscape. Let Jesus hold what you feel inside. He'll be your comfort and your guide.
Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Jeremiah 1:5. Yeah. I forgot me, but He didn't. Let's go. I lost myself in battles that I didn't choose. Forgot my name in the wars I lose. Looked in the mirror with a fractured view. But Jesus stepped in and spoke was true. I walked through seasons where identity slipped, where shame weighed heavy and purpose dipped. But He reminded me with hands that grip, child, your mind as the darkness ripped. I tried to define myself by my past, my wounds too deep and shadows cast. But He spoke life that forever lasts, rewriting stories I thought would cast. And when the lies got louder about who I'd been, He whispered truth that pulled me back in. When Jesus shows me who I am after I forgot who I was, He breaks the silence with a love that does. He lifts my soul with the voice above, calling me chosen, calling me love. Yeah, He showed me who I am after I forgot who I was. Restores my purpose with heaven's touch. Restores my purpose with heaven's touch. In the gym on my mind where identity shakes. I used to fold under pressure that my heart makes, but he rebuilt the pieces from all my breaks. Made strength rise up from my mistakes. I forgot the dreams he placed in my chest. Buried my calling under stress and unrest, but he woke a purpose that I once suppressed. Put fire in places I left unaddressed. Now I walk with confidence I didn't create. Staying in the truth, no fear can negate. He redeemed the identity I thought was too late, and crowned me with love the enemy can't take.
My name is written
In his voice,
my identity.
and not my choice.
He calls me his.
And my name rejoice
His truth speaks louder.
in my noise.
My name is written
In his voice,
my identity.
not my choice.
He calls me his.
That make me
His
rejoice.
truth speaks louder than my noise.
When Jesus shows me who I am after I forgot who I was, he breaks the silence with a love that does. He lifts my soul with the voice above, calling me chosen, calling me love. Yeah, he showed me who I am after I forgot who I was. Restores my purpose with heaven's touch. After I forgot who I was, restores my purpose with heaven's touch. Yeah. I forgot myself, but he remembered me. My past spoke loud, but his truth set me free.
Jesus showed me who I'll always be.
He will not shout or cry out, or raise his voice in the streets. A bruised reed he will not break. Isaiah 42:3.
I fell apart in silence, no one saw me break, but Jesus rebuilt me gently for his name's sake. No loud announcements, no dramatic scene, just quiet restoration in between, yeah. I broke down in the quiet of my room alone, where nobody could hear me and see what I'd grown into, someone I didn't recognize anymore. Pieces of myself scattered on the floor, no one knew I was falling apart inside. I kept the breaking hid and kept up the pride, smiled in public while crumbling in private. My collapse was silent, no one could diagnose it. Everything I built came crashing down, but I made sure I didn't make a sound. Suffered in silence, broke without noise, lost all my strength, lost all my poise. Then Jesus showed up in that quiet space, didn't make announcements, just brought his grace. Started rebuilding what had fallen apart, piece by piece, restoring my heart. His reconstruction wasn't loud or dramatic, it was gentle, patient, systematic. He worked in the silence where I broke, rebuilt me with every word he spoke. I fell apart when no one could see, but Jesus was there rebuilding me. Not with noise, but with gentle care. His quiet power everywhere. I fell apart quietly, he rebuilt me without noise. In the silence of my breaking, I heard his voice. No trumpets, no fanfare, just a steady hand, putting back together what I couldn't understand. He rebuilt me in the secret place, where I fell apart, he gave me grace. His restoration wasn't loud or proud, just faithful and quiet like a healing cloud. Let me tell you about the God who works in silence, who doesn't need volume to show his guidance, who rebuilds what's broken with tender touch, who proves that quiet power means so much. He didn't broadcast my reconstruction, didn't make a show of my reduction. He just quietly restored what was destroyed, in the same silence where I was deployed. In the brokenness, in the falling apart, he met me there and gave me a new start. Not with flash, a spectacle to show, just steady rebuilding row by row. Now I'm stronger than I was before I broke, because his quiet power is what he invoked to put me back together piece by piece, and give my troubled spirit peace. The world didn't see my falling apart, and they don't see him rebuilding my heart, but I know the work he's doing inside, where his quiet power does reside. I fell apart when no one could see, but Jesus was there rebuilding me. Not with noise, but with steady care, his faithful presence everywhere. I fell apart quietly, he rebuilt me without noise. In the silence of my breaking, I heard his voice. No trumpets, no fanfare, just a steady hand, putting back together what I couldn't understand. He rebuilt me in a secret place where I fell apart, he gave me grace. His restoration wasn't loud or proud, just faithful and quiet like a healing cloud. To everyone falling apart in silence tonight, know that God sees you, He's your light. He doesn't need noise to do His work. His quiet power in darkness lurks. He'll rebuild you where you broke. Every silent tear He spoke into healing and restoration. His quiet work is transformation.
I fell apart quietly.
He rebuilt me without noise.
In silence where I shattered,
I found His joy.
restore me gentle, Lord.
To restore me
And
gentle,
heal me slow.
to rebuild my life. He rebuilt me in the hidden place where I fell apart. He showed His grace. His restoration was quiet but complete. Made me whole again from my defeat.
In quietness and trust is your strength, Isaiah 30:15. If you're falling apart in silence today, know that God is working anyway. He doesn't need noise to rebuild your soul. His quiet power makes you whole. The breaking may be silent and unseen, but His restoration is pristine. Trust the quiet work He's doing now. He'll rebuild you. He knows how.
When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. Isaiah 43:2. I told everyone I was fine, had it under control, while the storm inside was swallowing my soul. But Jesus sat down right in the middle of my chaos and showed me I never had to carry the cost. Yeah, I was drowning but said I knew how to swim. The storm was raging but I pretend it was them. Told myself I could weather this alone. Act strong even though I'd already blown away in the hurricane I couldn't tame, but too proud to admit I couldn't claim victory over what was destroying me. So I pretended I was steady as could be. The thunder was loud but I smiled anyway. The lightning struck close but I'd always say I'm good, I'm fine, I got this handled. While inside my hope was being dismantled, then Jesus showed up in the eye of my storm. Didn't wait outside where it was warm. He walked right into the chaos I denied and sat down with me on the inside. He didn't lecture me for pretending, didn't judge me for not surrendering. He just said I know His words than you say, and I'm here to help you find a way. I was acting strong when I was weak, pretending calm when I couldn't speak, but Jesus sat inside my storm with me and showed me what it means to be free. He sat inside the storm I pretended I could handle when I was barely holding on like a flickering candle. He didn't wait for me to admit I couldn't cope. He walked into my storm and gave me hope. He sat with me in the chaos I denied, right there in the tempest I tried to hide, and His presence calm but I couldn't control. He sat inside my storm and restored my soul. Let me tell you what happens when you stop pretending. When you let God into the storm, you've been defended against His help because of pride or fear. He brings peace that makes the chaos disappear, not by removing the storm immediately, but by sitting with you steadily in the middle of what you can't handle alone. His presence becomes your cornerstone. I learned that strength isn't acting fine, it's admitting you need the divine to sit with you when life gets rough, and trusting that His presence is enough. Now when storms come, I don't pretend anymore. I invite Jesus in before it starts to pour, because I know He'll sit with me inside the chaos where I used to hide. I was acting strong when I was weak, pretending calm when I couldn't speak, but Jesus sat inside my storm with me, and that's when I learned to be free. He sat inside the storm I pretended I could handle when I was barely holding on like a flickering candle. He didn't wait for me to admit I couldn't cope. He walked into my storm and gave me hope. He sat with me in the chaos I denied, right there in the tempest I tried to hide, and His presence calm but I couldn't control. He sat inside my storm and restored my soul. So everyone pretending they're okay, while the storm inside won't go away. Jesus Jesus wants to sit with you right there. In the chaos you think you have to bear, stop pretending, let him in. He'll calm the storm that's deep within. You don't have to handle it alone. His presence is your safest home. He sat inside the storm, I pretended I can handle. When everything around me started to dismantle, he didn't wait outside until I figured it out. He sat with me inside my doubt. He sat with me in the tempest I concealed, and that's when my true healing was revealed. His presence was a peace I couldn't find. He sat inside my storm and freed my mind. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you, I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. John 14:27. Don't pretend you can handle every storm. Let Jesus in to keep you warm. He'll sit with you in the chaos and the pain, and His presence will be a shelter from the rain. You don't have to be strong on your own. His strength is made perfect when it's shown. In your weakness, in your storm, He'll sit with you in your storm.
For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future. Jeremiah 29:11.
I was running from who I used to be, trying to become someone new entirely. But Jesus found me in that old version, said I can use all of you, no diversion. I was ashamed of who I was before, tried to close and lock that door. On my past self, my old ways, wanted to erase those days. I thought I had to be completely new to be someone God could use, so I tried to outgrow every part of the person I was from the start. But Jesus met me in that space between the old me and who I've been trying to be. Said stop running from your story, I can turn it all to glory. He found me in the version I rejected, the parts of me I neglected, the history I tried to hide away. He said I use this if you'll stay. I learned that transformation ain't erasure, it's redemption, it's God's pleasure to use who you were to shape who you'll be. That's real identity. I was running from my past, trying to grow up too fast, but Jesus met me in between. The old and new made me clean. Jesus found me in the version of myself I tried to outgrow. The person I was running from, He said I already know. He didn't need me perfect or completely brand new. He took the old me and the new me and made something true. He redeemed every version, every phase. Used my story to bring Him praise. I don't have to outgrow who I was before. Jesus uses it all, that's what grace is for. Let me tell you what I learned about becoming. It's not about running from every version of yourself that came before. It's about letting God open every door of your past and saying, use this pain, use this struggle, use this shame, transform it into testimony, make it part of my story. I tried to be someone I thought God wanted, but the old me kept coming back haunted by who I used to be, what I had done. So Jesus said, child, when I done, I'm not asking you to pretend that your past didn't happen or end. I'm redeeming it, making it new. Every version of you points to truth. Now I embrace who I was back then, not to go back but to comprehend that God was working even there. In the version I thought He couldn't bear, I was running from my past, trying to transform too fast, but Jesus met me right there in the old version, showing care. Jesus found me in the version of myself I tried to outgrow. The person I was running from, He said I already know. He didn't need He made perfect or completely brand new. He took the old me and the new me and it made something true. He redeemed every version, every phase. Used my story to bring Him praise. I don't have to outgrow I was before. Jesus uses it all, that's what grace is for. Every version of you matters, even when you think it's shattered. God can use who you were to show what He prefers. Transformation over erasure, redemption over failure. He finds you in every phase and turns it all to praise. Jesus found me in a version of myself I tried to outgrow. The person I was running from, now I finally know. He redeems every season, every broken part.
know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, Romans 8:28. Don't run from who you used to be. God can redeem your history. Every version of yourself is worth. Jesus uses it all from your rebirth. Your past isn't wasted in his hands. It's part of his redemptive plans. He found you in every version you've been, and he's using it all to help you win.
For I am about to do something new. See, I have already begun. Do you not see it? Isaiah 43:19.
They wrote the final chapter, closed my book, but Jesus walked and rewrote what they took. Mid-sentence he appeared, changed the plot, turned my ending into something they forgot. The doctor said there's nothing more to do. My family gathered thinking I was through. They pronounced the ending of my days. Started planning funerals and graves. Everyone was writing my last page, closing out my final stage, speaking of me in the past tense. My story ended making no sense, but Jesus walked in while they spoke, right in the middle before I broke. He said I'm not finished with his tale. My power over death will never fail. They declared it over, case was closed, but God had plans they never supposed. He interrupted that conclusion, brought divine intrusion, missing into my supposed finale. Jesus showed up in my valley, rewrote the narrative they declared, proved that with him nothing's beyond repair. They said it's over, wrote the end, but Jesus walked in to transcend every limitation, every rule. He's the author, he's no fool. They pronounced the end, but Jesus walked into my story mid-sentence, changed the plot when they thought it was finished, turned my period into a comma, my end into continuation. He's the God of the burning style of renovation. They closed my book, but he opened new chapters, turned my tragedy into ever after. Mid-sentence he appeared and changed it all, caught me before I could fall. Let me testify about the God who interrupts, who walks into stories that abruptly and according to human understanding, but he's got plans that are outstanding. They said my marriage was dead and gone, but Jesus walked in and proved them wrong. They said my dreams were over too late, but God showed up and changed my fate. They pronounced the end of my career, but Jesus whispered in my ear, I write the stories, I control the pen, and I'm about to start your story again. Now I'm living in the chapters that they said would never come after the ending they had written down. Jesus turned it all around. I'm testimony that it's not over till God says it's over. Man can pronounce whatever they see, but Jesus writes my destiny. They said it's over, wrote the end, but Jesus walked in to transcend every diagnosis, every conclusion. He brought divine infusion. They pronounced the end, but Jesus walked into my story mid-sentence, changed the narrative when they thought it was finished, turned my period into a comma, my death to continuation. He's the God of impossible restoration. They closed my book, but he opened new chapters, turned my tragedy into ever after. Mid-sentence he didn't rewrote it all. To everyone they written off tonight, whose story they pronounced ended right. Jesus specializes in mid-sentence intervention. He's about to rewrite your story's intention. It's not over till God says it's done. Uneasy author, he's the one who walks in when they pronounce the end and writes new chapters that transcend. They pronounced the end, but Jesus walked into my story mid-sentence, rewrote my fate when they said I was finished, turned my conclusion into new beginning, made my losing into winning. They sealed my tomb, but he rolled a stone, turned my end into a continuation unknown. Mid-sentence of my supposed demise, Jesus showed up with a surprise. What then shall we say in response to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us? Romans 8:31. Don't believe him when they say you're done. God's not finished till the victory's won. He'll walk into your story any moment and turn your ending to a new component of his greater plan, his perfect will. He's writing your story still. Mid-sentence, he can change it all. He's the God who rewrites every fall.
For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in the future, Jeremiah 29:11.
They stole my tomorrow, took my dreams, left me with nothing but broken seams. But Jesus stepped in with a brand new plan, gave me a future in his mighty hand. One moment changed everything I had. Everything I worked for turned out bad. They took my opportunities away, left me wondering about tomorrow and today. Lost my scholarship, lost my chance, lost the future I could advance. And it because of what they did. My dreams got buried, got hit under the weight of circumstances. Lost all my second chances. Felt like my life was over before it began. Had no backup, had no plan. Then Jesus showed me something new. Said I got a future waiting for you, better than what you lost back there. Trust me, I'm about to take you somewhere. He gave me vision when I couldn't see. Open doors I didn't believe could open for someone like me. Set my future completely free. They took my future, stole my dreams, tore apart all my plans and schemes. But Jesus gave me something better, a future that will last forever. They took my future away, Jesus gave me one back. Put me on a different, better track. What they destroyed, he restored. Gave me a future I couldn't afford. He turned my loss into his gain, made beauty from my pain. Yeah, 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 yeah. They took my future, but Jesus said I got something better up ahead. Let me tell you about the God who restores, who opens up brand new doors when the old ones get slammed shut. He's got plans that don't get cut by human failure or mistakes, by what the enemy takes. God's got a future for every child, better than what we compiled. They took my career before it started, left me broken hearted. But Jesus gave me a calling instead, better than anything I could've said. Now I'm walking in divine purpose, breaking through every surface that try to limit what I be. Jesus gave me identity, my future's not in human hands. It's part of God's perfect plans. What they destroyed, he made new. That's what Jesus will do for you. They took my future, stole my way, tried to end my tomorrow today, yeah. But Jesus gave me something greater, a future with the Creator. Oh, they took my future away, Jesus gave me one back, redirected me to a better track. What they destroyed, he made whole, gave me a future for my soul. He turned my end into beginning, made my losing into winning. Yeah, 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 yeah. They took my beauty, yeah, 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 yeah. They took my future, but Jesus said I got something divine instead. To everyone whose future was stolen, whose dreams were broken, Jesus specializes in restoration. He's about to give you revelation. Your future's not dependent on him. It's written by the great I am. What they took, he can't replace with something filled with grace. Hey, they took my future away, Jesus gave me one back. Put me on a supernatural track. What they destroyed, he multiplied. Gave me a future where hope resides. He turned my devastation to destination, made my loss lead to faith. Yeah, 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 yeah. They took my future, yeah, 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 yeah. I got abundance instead. I got abundance instead. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose, Romans 8:28. If they took your future away, know that Jesus has something to say. He's got plans you haven't seen, greater than anything that's been. Your future's not in their control, it's written on heaven's scroll. Trust Jesus with what comes next. He'll give you a future that's blessed.